All right, we want to welcome our Mineola and Quitman volleyball fans here tonight watching this matchup between the Mineola Lady Jackets and the Quitman Lady Bulldogs. We got about 10 minutes here before start of this game, so if you want to run to the refrigerator, find your comfortable spot in the living room, and check us out later. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Welcome back to the broadcast here. This is Chad Parrish with Creative Edge Media bringing you this live broadcast from Ballard Gymnasium in Quitman, Texas. We have the Quitman Bulldogs playing host to the Mineola Lady Jackets. Got about a minute here before the game gets started, so wanted to come back here and get on live with you guys. Big game here tonight for both of these teams. Quitman comes into this matchup 3-2 in district. Mineola comes in 2-3 in district. So with a Mineola victory here tonight, can leave here tied up. Both battling for that third and fourth spot in the district. Mount Vernon has the top spot pretty much sewed up with their victory over Mineola last Friday, 5-0 so far through the district standings, first time through. Harmony's sitting at 4-1. They're only lost to Mount Vernon, so both of those teams holding the top spots down pretty strong. And Quitman coming in third with as a 3-2 record, and Mineola holding on to that fourth spot at 2-3. Both teams having beaten Chapel Hill, Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill beat Winona, so they're 1-4, and then finally Winona is 0-5 in the district so far. So this is the last match of the first round of district play, so both teams will go back through district once again. So everybody will get another shot at one another, and then actually, sorry, I'm actually wrong. Quitman began the district battle with Mineola, so this is actually the first game of the second time through. So Quitman went to Mineola and won 3-0 on a Friday evening a couple weeks ago. So Mineola looking to avenge that loss at home with a victory here in their visiting gym for Quitman. Lots hanging on this game here. Jocelyn Whitehead has joined us. She's been gone for a couple weeks, but been here the last two games, but actually injured herself before that Quitman game. So in practice, right before that Quitman game, rolled her ankle and was out for the next two matches for Mineola. And so having her back is a huge piece of the offense. So I think you'll see a totally different game here tonight. Again, not so quickly just a 3-0 loss, but you'll have a lot tighter game here this evening. So Mineola's been playing well, but Quitman has an outstanding team here, kind of up and down as well, trying to figure themselves out, but over this district season has played very well together and have been a strong team and tough to contend with. So this will be a great game here this evening. Again, has a lot hanging in it as well. So both teams will announce, or we'll let the announcer announce both teams to the national anthem. We'll get this game underway. All right, great atmosphere tonight in Quitman, Texas. Ballard Gymnasium. Awesome atmosphere. The gym is kind of loud and echoey, so you hope you're able to hear some of those announcements and that sort of thing. But definitely a fun environment here tonight, so should be a good game between these two teams. So starting lineup for your Mineola Lady Jackets on the court: number 2, Cosby Riley; number 3, Miley Fisher; number 13, Jocelyn Whitehead; number 22, Macy Fisher; number 11, Olivia Hughes; and that's number 9, Gracie Finley, about to check in with Kinley Aguirre. Kinley being the libero on the team, so she starts out on the sidelines, checks in for Gracie. Gracie doesn't play the back row, but plays the front row for the Lady Jackets. So Kinley comes in and checks in for the Lady Jackets, and will start off serving for Mineola. Quitman having one of the older gyms in the district. Very short gym here. You know, a long time ago didn't have volleyball, and so the gym wasn't built to play volleyball in. And so that short gym already playing a role here for Mineola, kind of getting in the way there, scoring a point for Quitman. Swing by Brooklyn Marcy there, just out wide right. Line judge, close call. Couldn't see it from my vantage point here, but chair referee agrees. So Mineola scores their first point of the match here, tied 1-all here in set number 1. This time a little confusion there in the back row for the Lady Bulldogs. Charlotte Kratzmeyer with an ace serve there. Ava Burrows deep on that swing. So deep and out. Mineola up 3-1 here in set number 1. Good set there from Carly Spears. Just a little high on that arm swing and sends that ball deep. Great block there at the net by Jocelyn Whitehead. Quitman's able to get it over, and then Jocelyn sends that one a little deep and out to the near side. Quitman sides out. Alexis O'Neill now serving for the Lady Bulldogs. Aguirre with a long pass into the net. Mineola unable to get that one over, so Quitman ties it up here quickly in set number 1. Again, with the smaller gym, we kind of have a tight camera angle shots here, so we can't get the entire court in our camera, so kind of have to be flipping back and forth as the evening goes along to get the entire court. Ava this time would go tip over the block of Whitehead and Fisher. You can tell Mineola's been working on the block this week, definitely needing a block in place to control these front row players for the Lady Bulldogs. Jocelyn using the block there. Maddie Pence and Ava Burrows up with a nice block, but didn't quite close it up to the inside of the court, and the ball bounces off their hands and out. So Mineola tied up at 4. Molly Fisher now serving for the Lady Jackets. Some more miscommunication on the part of the Lady Bulldogs. Spears setting just to the middle of Burrows and Pence, and not really sure whose ball that was, so Mineola will take a small lead again here in set number 1. Ashley Davis able to get that one over for Quitman. Dowdle did a good smart play there using the block against Quitman, hitting the ball off the block and out. Fisher will continue serving for the Lady Jackets. Mineola again with a great block there at the net. So different team here for the Lady Bulldogs. Not just going to run over this Lady Jacket team. Going to have to play tough here to stay in this one. Down 3 already here in set number 2. It's always a big rivalry game between Mineola and Quitman. If you can't tell, it's an intense environment here in Ballard Gymnasium and Quitman. So great game here so far. 8-4, Mineola leading. Quitman brought their full student section here. Again, with this small gym and the echoing nature of it, can make a lot of noise in a hurry. So that will play a role as this game continues on as well. Coach Ashley Lingo for the Lady Bulldogs calls a timeout here to discuss this with their team. Don't want to get too far down in these rivalry matches. It can be difficult to come back as the momentum swings back and forth between the two teams. Again, Mineola first time hosted the Lady Bulldogs through the district play, but had lost star hitter Jocelyn Whitehead in that game. So it was a quick victory for the Bulldogs, but a different game here so far. Spears setting talented Ava Burrows there at the net. She gets it over, but Mineola is just able to get to that ball. Hustle play there. Ball sneaks over the net and falls into no man's land for another point for the Lady Jackets. Carly Spears now serving for Quitman. Good hard line drive serve over the net. Quitman battling back here, down 3. Whitehead a little high on that swing. Trying to get over the block. Looked like between a roll shot and a swing, trying to get over the block of Ava Burrows, but just a little too high and out. But Spears quickly puts it in the net for Quitman, so Mineola up 4 again here, 10-6. Chloe Garcia back serving now for the Lady Jackets. Athletic attack there by Ashley Davis, but Mineola able to get that one over. Get a very smart play there at the net by Ava Burrows. Choosing to tip the ball to the right in that empty spot there for the Mineola defense. Setting up the 7th point here for Quitman. Student section referencing the set by Hughes. Thought that should have been a lift call, but Quitman able to get the attack down anyway. So just trailing 2 here. Burrows serving for the Lady Bulldogs. Back row attack from Fisher. Davis to Marcy. Fisher going over in 2 there for Lady Jackets. Marcy with a good swing, but out. So not her typical approach or swing. Lack of follow through there, sends the ball deep for Quitman. So Mineola will side out here. Macy Fisher checks into the game. Ashley Dowdle out. Sorry, Audrey Dowdle out. And Fisher straight to the service line. Deep serve. Received by Burrows. Ball down by Marcy. Gracie Finley unable to get that one up for Mineola. Pence serving from the far side of the court for the Lady Bulldogs. Geary to Hughes. Another back row attack from Fisher. Another swing there from Marcy, but straight into the net. Never made it over, so 4 touches there by the Lady Bulldogs. Give Mineola the 12th point of set number 1. Olivia Hughes now serving for the Lady Jackets. Spears setting Casey Parker there, checked into the game, number 9 for the Lady Bulldogs. Playing that outside hitter position, but swings that one a little deep there for the Lady Dogs. Burrows keeping that one alive for Quitman. Another set there from Hughes. Again, just struggling. She's just a freshman and learning that setter position. Struggling to keep her, as she said, she's holding on to that ball just too long and getting called for a lift call there. So 2 miscues on the part of the Lady Jackets results in Quitman only trailing here by 2. So tight match here in set number 1. No different than we thought it would be. Davis now serving for Quitman. Hughes continuing to bump set there. Good swing there by Fisher. Outstanding play by Burrows to keep it alive. But Davis unable to get that one over for Quitman. The ball will side out to Mineola. Kinley Aguirre back serving now. 14-11 is your score here, set number 1. Jocelyn Whitehead checks into the front row. Garcia and Kratzmeyer sit down. Burrows swinging from the back row to the near side of the court. Nobody there for Mineola. So she gets a kill flat-footed from the back row. 14-12. Aguirre directing Macy to that empty spot there. Diving play by Macy Fisher. Gets it over. But Spears at the net sends that one back for Quitman. So just a 1-point game here now. 14-13. Set number 1. Brooklyn Marcy serving for Quitman. Miley Fisher with a great set to Whitehead, and Whitehead again taking advantage of that split block there. Burrows unable to get over quickly enough to seal that block with Spears, and so Whitehead right between the block rattles down to the court. So Mineola keeping their lead here, leading all match long. And for Madison Bloodworth checks in for Mineola to the service line. Spears sets Burrows at the net, but Burrows unable to get that one over the net. There was a good block there. Sometimes a block will intimidate a hitter, but a hitter to Ava's caliber just made a mistake there and dumped that one into the net. Now again, a bad pass there from the back row. 2 quick points there for Mineola. Gives Mineola back to that 4-point lead. And then Bloodworth just sneaks one over the net. Ashley Lingo for the Lady Bulldogs calls another timeout. Down 5 here. Again, the crucial point of the match, 18-13. First one to 25 wins the match. First 3 out of 5 set wins. Sorry, I said that wrong. First one to 25 wins a set. And the first 3 out of 5 set wins a match. So Coach Lingo not wanting this one to get away from Quitman. Again, Quitman earlier in this district season able to go to Mineola and win in 3 straight sets. But Mineola here leading in set number 1. Creating a different game here altogether. We've been calling the Mineola games all season long. Mineola looking crisp here tonight. Good passes and outstanding net play. Again, looks like they've been working on the block in practice, and that has resulted in quite a few miscues on the Lady Bulldogs' part here this evening. So Coach Stevens continuing to work with her team, and as we've said before, lots of young talent on this team as they continue to improve. I think we'll have a very good contending team here in Mineola for some time. Mineola having to play it off the ceiling again. Difficult to get used to, this low ceiling here in Quitman. on your own side, the ball is able to be played off the ceiling. You can't bounce it off the ceiling into the opponent's side, but as long as it's on your side, you can play it off the ceiling, but difficult sometimes to play a ball rattling around in the rafters. Four touches again by the Lady Bulldogs. Mineola will side out now with Miley Fisher heading to the line. This time Ava off the top of the block. Mineola able to get it over in three. This time Spears sets Pence there on the outside. Pence, one of the great athletes here for the Quitman Lady Bulldog program. Able to get that one down for Quitman. And Ava, a good smart player there at the net, able to tip that one over the block and down into that middle part of the court that's tough to cover for any defense and create some problems there for Mineola. Spears back to serve again. Spears serving left-handed. Don't see many left-handed servers, but that one a little deep and out. So Mineola will be first one to 20 here. Still leading by 4, 20-16 is the score. Aubrey Smith now checking in for Mineola. Good serve there by Smith. Great approach and swing there by Ashley Davis, but just a little deep. Smith continuing with a great serve there to that back row and deep. That ball spinning with a lot of top spin and down. Miley thought it was going to go out. Turns to the side and allows that one to fall into the court. Ava will go back to the service line now. Serving for the Quitman Lady Bulldogs. Bit of a twisting no spin knuckleball serve. Hits Miley in the shoulder and out. This time goes with a straight serve that just barely clears the net. Low flying line drive. Ace there for Ava. So showing her serving repertoire there. Just with the first one, just a little float serve, and then the second one swinging a little harder there and just barely clearing the net and falling in front of Kinley there. So 21-19. Again, what looked to be Mineola having the game in hand last time out. That Lingo called up by 5. Now quickly vanishes away. Mineola only leading here by 2 now. So Coach Stevens calls a timeout to bring her team back into focus. So 21-19 is the score here. We're still in set number 1. Marcy, a good approach again off the net this time, but Mineola able to handle this one. Gracie Finley swinging with all of her might. Knocks one off of the block there of Davis and Pence. So Mineola coming out of that timeout with a point victory there. Coach Stevens always enjoys that. Well-timed timeout, and your team responds with a point, especially in these crucial points of the game. Missy with a float serve there, returned by Burrows. Another good approach and swing there by Marcy. Finley just deep on that attempt of her own. 22-20 now is the score here in set number 1. Maddie Pence now back serving for the Lady Bulldogs. Hughes with a great set of Riley there. Riley tipping the ball into the court, forcing the Bulldog defense to respond. Ball innocently falls to the court, 23-20. Hughes now back serving for the Lady Jackets. Good top spin serve there, diving into the court, creating some problems for the back row of Quitman. Great set there by Fisher to Finley. Finley put a little English on that ball, and it was spinning out and just couldn't stay in bounds. Davis now serving for Quitman. Miley with a good pass to Hughes. Hughes bump sets back to Miley. Miley sends one to the middle of the court, and Alexis O'Neill unable to get to that ball for Quitman. So Mineola with the first set point of the evening. Whitehead will check in for Smith. Kinley Aguirre goes back to the service line. 24-21, set one. Burrows keeping that ball alive. Marcy swinging off the split block there between Fisher and Whitehead. So keeps one set point alive. Will side out now. Brooklyn Marcy now serving for Quitman. Hughes with the miscue there on service return. So serve receive is key to any volleyball play. It's tough to recover after that first ball is missed like that. So 23-24. Mineola still with a set point here. Fisher with a good pass to Bloodworth. Bloodworth to Fisher, and Fisher will kill that at the net to save the set for Mineola. So Mineola comes over here to Quitman. And much like when Quitman visited Mineola, wins set number one. 25-23, set number one. We'll advance here to set number two. Again, the student section here in Quitman out in full force, creating this atmosphere here in Ballard Gymnasium. Easy to create a lot of noise here in this gym, but cheering on their Lady Bulldogs. Good to see here. Creates for a fun environment. So Mineola leading here 1-0. That first set victory is huge for any team. So for Mineola to come here having lost to Quitman 3-0 in their own home gym, needing a victory here to bring, be a two-way tie for third place in the district. So big game here, but for Mineola to come here to Quitman and win that first set is huge for Coach Stevens and her Lady Jacket volleyball team. Coach Lingo getting her team ready here for set number two. You know Quitman, that's one thing you know about Quitman, they're not just going to roll over. Big, strong program here in Quitman for quite some time, volleyball program that is, and Quitman is not one to roll over and just give you a match, so you're going to see some fight here from these Lady Bulldogs here in set number two. So we'll come out. Quitman will have the serve here. So it looks like Brooklyn Marcy will be back serving for Quitman. Brooklyn, one of the seniors here on this Quitman Bulldog team. Fisher setting Hughes in the back row there. Spears getting that one over for Quitman. Whitehead choosing to roll, shot that one over the block. Ava almost just dunking that one over the net. Start Quitman off with the point. Just a little tip there by Ava to the side of the block. So good play there again by Burrows. Burrows committing to the University of Texas in Dallas, so playing for a D1 program out of high school. So it'll be fun to watch her through college. Up Quitman a little deep on that approach, so tied here 1-1. Shelly Kratzmeyer there again with the good low line drive type serve right there at the shoulder of O'Neal, and O'Neal unable to do anything with it. Scores a second point there for Mineola. Spears this time setting Burrows in the middle. Burrows choosing to swing to that outside corner and places it perfectly for Quitman to tie it up here at 2-all. Aguirre with a great pass there to Fisher. Spears pushing it wide to Pence. Mineola with an overpass there. Easy put down for Burrows. Alexis O'Neal now back serving for Quitman. Another overpass there on the part of Mineola. Creates a battle at the net that Burrows wins. Quitman up here 2 in set number 2. Audrey Dowdle will check out for Raquel Hughes. Older sister to Olivia Hughes. Off the block, back into the Quitman side of the court. Sets Pence. Pence just a little deep on that cut shot. Out to the inside part of the court. Side out to Mineola. Fisher now serving for the Lady Jackets. Again, sorry for the camera angle. It's just a tight, small gym. Hard to get wide enough to see everything, so you can't quite see the service every time. Do apologize for that, but hopefully you're able to see most of the gameplay. Great swing there at the net by Whitehead. Again, Jocelyn showing her presence here in this match. We were absent Jocelyn in the match at home against Quitman. Lost in 3 straight sets, but having Jocelyn here tonight, again, Jocelyn leading the team in kills, has been great for Mineola. Jocelyn, the last couple of games, not able to jump off that ankles, having to swing flat-footed, but was still a force in that Chapel Hill game. And so now tonight, able to jump and to use her ankle fully has been huge for Mineola. Kretzmeyer able to keep that one alive, and Mineola able to get it over in 3. Spears again at the net to Burrows. Burrows splitting that block. The two Hughes sisters just unable to come together on that block. Left a gaping hole there. No defense behind the block. The defense is trusting the block to keep that area of the court blocked off, but Hughes sisters unable to come through. Ava sees that gap and exploits it there. Puts that ball down for Quitman. 6-4 is the score here in set number 2. O'Neal again keeping that ball alive, but giving free shots to this Quitman Lady Bulldog team is something you can't do. Very talented front row players for Quitman. Give them any room at all, and they will score points on you quickly. Spears with a great set there too. Ava once again with an open net, able to put that ball anywhere she could find an opening, and does so now. So Quitman leading here 7-4 in set number 2. Coach Stevens calls a timeout here, again to refocus her team. Mineola's been playing great here this evening. Good passes, great sets, smart play at the net. Looking a lot crisper than we have in a while. So again, working on the blocks here. Mineola's had some timely blocks, and again, you could see that kind of intimidating this Quitman team. So need to get back to those fundamentals. Coach Stevens quickly puts her team back on the court. Quitman still talking about their gameplay. So 7-4 here. Spears will be back to serve now for Quitman. So Quitman leading here 7-4 in set number 2. Mineola taking set number 1, 25-23. Getting a Quitman student section there, bringing some lively cheers to the match. Mineola called for 4 touches there. Ball did not clear the net, hit the net tape and back into Mineola's side. Spears will continue with that left-handed serve. Ball again rattling around in the rafters, but Mineola able to send it back over. Raquel Hughes just sticks the hand out, but Mineola unable to do anything with that ball. This time Spears sends that ball deep for a Mineola side out. Whitehead and Aguirre out. Garcia and Kratzmeyer in. This time Ava attacking from that right side position just inside the net pole. Able to put that one down for Quitman. So Quitman coming out strong here with the strong front row play. Giving themselves a quick 5-point lead here in set number 2. Molly Fisher attacking from the back row as she did in set number 1. Brings Mineola a little closer here. Riley Weekly and Cosby Riley now checking in for Mineola. Pence this time off the net and block of Hughes, but the ball falls down for Mineola. So Quitman back to a 5-point lead here. Pence now serving. Pence chooses to serve from that far corner. Fisher with another attack from the back row. Puts a lot of pressure on this Quitman defense. This time Hughes from the middle. Out to Marcy. Mineola able to contain that. This time to Finley. Finley with a tip over the block. This time set to Spears. Mineola in the net. Look like Olivia Hughes in the net. So stop play and give the point to Quitman. So Quitman with their biggest lead of the match. 12-6 here, leading by 6 in set number 2. Pence off the net pole and out on that serve. Put freshman Olivia Hughes at the service line for Mineola. This time Burrows attacking from the back row. Finley just looks at the ball and lets it fall down, waiting for that back row player to have her back, but nobody was there. Ashley Davis now serving for Quitman, but sends it long and out. So Quitman struggling here from the service line, giving quite a few free points away in set number 1, and now doing the same here in set 2. Still holding on to a 5-point lead here in set 2. Spears just sending one off the net tape. Any of those balls out of system confuses Mineola, and so Mineola looking to each other for who's going to get those balls, and it just falls innocently to the court. So an easy ball, one of the easiest ones to get for the evening. Mineola lets fall to the court. Mineola playing a lot from the back court there. Great block there by Fisher at the net. This time called for a lift. Coach Stevens calling another timeout here. 15-8 is your score in set number 2. Mineola having won set 1, 25-23. Trailing here in this second set, 15-8. So just as we suspected, a very close game between these two volleyball programs. Again, a lot at stake here. Highway 37 rivalry at stake. Get to bragging rights for the year, but also standings in district play. Mineola coming into this match in 4th place at 2-3 in the district, having beat Winona and Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill, having lost to Harmony, Mount Vernon, and Quitman the first time through the district. Quitman coming into this matchup 3-2 in district play, sitting in 3rd place, having lost to Mount Vernon and Harmony, but beating Chapel Hill, Mineola, and Winona. So this being the first match, second time through, be huge as this district continues to unfold. Whitehead smartly just tips that one over the block at the net. Again, nobody there for Quitman. So coming out of the timeout, once again, Mineola able to put points on the board. District 13 3A, nobody able to touch Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon not coming into the gym with any overpowering player, just playing good team volleyball, taking care of the ball, hustling to every play. Mount Vernon has beat everybody in the district. And so looking the second time through for maybe one of these teams to be able to knock them off of their top place. Harmony being the closest. Harmony only loss in district play so far is to Mount Vernon, but they're sitting in second place. Ava Burrows not having any more of that. Jocelyn Whitehead just trying to tip it over again, tip it over the block, but Ava jumping this time and putting it back into the court. So 17-9, Alexis O'Neill serving for Quitman. McGarry with a great pass there to Fisher. Fisher sets Hughes from the back row, but unable to get that one over the net. So Quitman out to the biggest lead that we've seen so far in this match, 9 points down. Mineola needing to score points quickly here to stay in this set. Springer coming in for Mineola. Bounces that one off the rafter. And again, you can bounce it off the rafter on your side, but not to bounce it into the opponent's court. So ball is stopped and point given to Quitman. Brooklyn Marcy with a miscue there in the back row. Mineola into double digits now, still trailing by 9 here in set number 2. Molly Fisher, just a junior here, but a great leader on this Mineola team, now serving for the Lady Jackets. Little timing miscue right there from Spears and Burrows, but Burrows still able to get that one down for Quitman. So Carly Spears serving from the middle of the court. Hughes this time using that aggressive block of Burrows in the middle. Hits it off the middle of that block and out. Chloe Garcia checking in for Mineola. Straight to the service line, also serving from the middle of the court. Brooklyn Marcy continuing to have struggles in the back row there. Another point to Mineola. Some Quitman called for the double hit there on that set. Mineola having been called for one earlier. Mineola chipping away at this lead, trailing now by 7. Spears outside to Davis. Bloodworth able to keep that one alive for Mineola. Again, the rafters come back into play for Mineola. Garcia knocking it up into the rafters. Got to keep your passes low, especially if you're passing from that back row to get it over the net. Got to keep it low here in this Quitman gym. Fisher again swinging from behind that 10-foot line. Been successful from that place all game long. This time sends it deep and out for Mineola. Going back to Fisher again. Pence keeping the ball alive from her seated position on the court, and Brooklyn Marcy kills that one for Quitman. So Quitman back up by 10 here in set number 2. Another good hard low line drive serve there from Ava Burrows. Gives Quitman their first set point of the match. So set number 2 here, leaning in Quitman's favor. Come out. Mineola wins back one of those set points. Down 10 points here. No room for errors. Any mistake here on the part of Mineola will result in a set victory for Quitman. Riley Weekly checking in for Mineola. And that ball is out. So Quitman will win set number 2, 25-14. So winning that set in decisive manner. Student section here in Quitman loving the set 2 victory. So Mineola winning set number 1, 25-23, but coming out and losing set number 2 pretty decisively, 25-14. So you feel a bit of that momentum swinging back into favor of the Quitman Lady Bulldogs. This is their home gymnasium, and they do have a great student section here, creating a lot of noise and atmosphere here in Ballard Gymnasium. And so you feel a bit of that momentum switching back to the Quitman side. So Coach Stevens on the sidelines trying to refocus our team. Mineola came out focused and ready to play this Quitman team, and again, good crisp blocks, great passes. So got to get back to those fundamentals in order to win here in set number 3. Quitman with quite a few service errors, still winning that set number 2 pretty decisively. A lot of miscues there on the back row as well, but able to overcome that with their net play. That front row is just pretty athletic and pretty aggressive in their attacks, and able to overcome those miscues from the back row and win set 2, again, pretty decisively. Quitman, another team with some great young athletic talent, so I think you'll see a great team here in Quitman for quite some time as well, as we've seen for quite a few years from Quitman. We come to expect Quitman to always have a good volleyball program here, so Coach Lingo being a part of that back in her playing days here in Quitman and continuing that tradition as a coach here in Quitman. The Mineola's going to have to overcome that athletic attacking nature of the front row here in set number 2. They were able to neutralize that in set 1 with their block, so we'll see if Mineola comes back here with a little more aggressive blocking scheme. Talked to the girls earlier today. We were at school taking senior formal pictures for Mineola, so we'll hopefully be getting those out to you pretty soon. Takes us a couple weeks to get those edited and uploaded, but pretty soon you'll be able to see those pictures. All the kids did an outstanding job. We have good kids here in this community. We enjoy working with them, but talking to the girls during pictures, so they've been working on some new sets, new plays, so they were excited to come to this game and to show those off here this evening. So again, looking forward to the rest of this match here. We'll start set number 3. Tied at 1 set apiece. So it's almost like starting over here now. Instead of having a 5-set match, you have a 3-set match. Whoever wins the next 2 sets will be victorious here in this match. Kinley starting things off here for Mineola. Spears keeping it alive for Quitman. Hughes sending it over in 2 at the net. Mineola with a great block there. Riley and Fisher at the net. Marcy unable to get that second attempt over the net, so Mineola will score the first point of set number 3. Mineola doing just what they need to do to neutralize these front row players for Quitman. Great communication there from Riley and Fisher. Able to come together at the net, creating a wall there, forcing the hitter to hit cross court where the defense is concentrated. This time Spears going over in 2 before the defense can set up, so stealing a point back there for Quitman. Tough to block that. Great setup there for Burrows. Swinging around the block and finding that back corner. This time Burrows on a slide there, but Spears setting that over the net, and Whitehead with an easy one back into the Quitman court. Shella now serving for Mineola. Kratzmeyer, another junior for this Lady Jacket team. Quite a few juniors on this team, so have a well-experienced team next year for Mineola. Burrows this time from the outside, able to put that one over the middle of the net for Mineola. Alexis O'Neill now back serving for Quitman, leading 3-2 here in set number 3. Again, continue to have trouble at that service line. You can't give away free points like that and expect to win the match. Did so in the set number 2, but in a tight match like this, got to have those service attempts. Burrows off the Mineola block. Mineola keeping it alive. Fisher swinging to the middle of the court. Marcy this time diving there for Quitman. Pence smartly just tipping it over the block. A little back and forth action here. Let her slide there by Burrows. This time squarely into the block. Hughes there with the block, but hands not together. So splitting that, the hands of Olivia Hughes. Knocks that one into the middle of the Mineola court, so point there to Quitman. Hughes redeems herself from that outside position there, winning the point back for Mineola. Able to get it over and through the block there to the middle of the court. Diving players from Quitman unable to get to it. So 4-4 tied up here in set number 3. Another block, another set sent over the net by Spears. Another easy set for Mineola just to send back into the court. Garcia serving for the Lady Jackets. Davis having to readjust her approach, but able to get that one over for Quitman. Diving attempt there by Marcy keeps it alive for the Lady Bulldogs. Mineola with their 6th point there. A little miscommunication between Spears and Burrows. Burrows off balance on that swing. Sends it wide into the bench of the Lady Jackets. Well, pinball action in the rafters hurts Quitman this time. Quitman probably used to playing out of those rafters, but sometimes it can get bouncing around in there. It's just impossible to keep track of that ball. That was one of those occasions. 7-4 here. Mineola leading by 3 in set number 3. And Burrows has given a good set like that. Very deadly from that hitting position there, no matter right side, outside, or middle. Very accurate in her swing, just sending that one down the line and down for Quitman. So cutting into that lead there. Mineola up by 2 here in set number 3. Fisher again swinging from the back row, but calling Hughes for a double hit on that set. Olivia been working on that all season long, continuing to improve on that, but going back to her bump set there. Ball continuing to bounce around in those rafters, but Quitman able to control this ball. Kratzmeyer this time to Fisher. Fisher to Hughes. Davis now back to Spears, swinging from the back row, but way out there for Quitman. Mineola will take back that 2-point lead. Audrey Dowdle checking out now for Macy Fisher. Macy just a sophomore on this Mineola team. Great diving play there from Riley. Keeps the ball alive for Mineola. Mineola covering the middle part of that court a lot better than they have all season long. Typically that was a weak spot in the Mineola defense, but each player sacrificing their body to that middle, resulting in a kill there from Gracie Finley. So good hustle play there from Mineola to keep the ball alive. Great set there to Finley, and Finley's able to kill that to the back row of this Quitman defense. Again, some more confusion on the part of the Quitman. It's like a tale of two takes here, different sets. Reveal two different teams here. Quitman unable to control the ball, and unable to get the ball to the front row players. Burrows continuing to play well for Quitman. Thought that was actually down for Quitman. Burrows had an in, but looked like the down referee called one of the Quitman players in the net. So Mineola will win that point, 11-6 here. Coach Lingo calling a Quitman timeout here to regroup her team. So again, kind of two different teams here. Mineola having trouble in the second set, stopping this Quitman Bulldog offense, but here in the third set, Quitman coming out with some trouble on their front row, just unable to get the ball. Good set to their, good pass to their setters, and is not able to get the ball to their hitters. So just swinging from all parts of the court and sending a lot of balls out. Continue to have service error problems here, so Mineola leading here in set number 3. Lingo pulling her team aside to talk about those things. Fisher floating one over for Mineola. This time off the block. Mineola trying to keep it alive. Riley with the attack there for Mineola. Good rally here from both teams. Back set to Davis, and Finley's there for the solo block. Unfortunately, you can see it on the faces of these Quitman hitters, just their confidence leaving as those blocks are put in their face. And again, something they've been working on this week is making a big difference here in this match. This time Hughes from that middle position, able to get that ball down for Mineola. So Mineola with a decisive lead here in set number 3. Up 7 now. Biggest lead that Mineola's had all match long. Quieted the crowd here. Marcy now into the net. So again, when you put that block up at the net and the hitter has to think about that, forces some of these unforced errors, just swinging straight into the net there. Mineola now leading by 8 after that miscue there from the Bulldogs. Lingo calling another timeout. Having to get some confidence back in her hitters' heads. As we've seen in set number 2, obviously the talent is there, but we've learned through all of these different broadcasts and watching all these different sports, so much of sports is mental. So coach trying to get her team back into the game here. It's quieted the student section, who was very rowdy between set number 2 and set number 3. Just seeing their team in trouble here has quieted them down a bit. Also looks like many of them have visited the concession stand, so maybe it's their snack time as well. So maybe they'll get back into the match later on. 14-6 here, tied at 1 set apiece. Crucial game 3 here. Out of the timeout, Fisher serving for Mineola. Quitman choosing to go over into setting Finley from that outside position, and Finley swinging well here tonight. Good follow through and down for Mineola. Mineola leading here by 9 points, 15-6, equaling that big lead of Quitman earlier in set 2. Finley this time tipping over the block. Spears going over and 2 again. Deep push to the back court. Hughes from that middle position. Outstanding spot there when the Quitman defense was not. Olivia, hearing that that's our freshman cheer from this Mineola crowd, leading here by 10 points now. Things continue to unravel here for Quitman. Soft float serve that Macy Fisher's been doing all match long. This time coming up a little shorter than usual, but Quitman not understanding whose ball that is allows that one to fall down for an ace. Set tight to the net. Marcy doing what she can with it. Pence having to readjust her approach, but able to get it over for Quitman. Finley another good strong swing, but this time out. So Quitman will steal back a point, still trailing 17-7 here in set number 3. Down 10 points here. Definitely need to chip away at this lead if they're going to stay in this set. Hughes continuing to struggle there with the set. Another lift call there, a double hit, called there by chair referee. Aguirre with a good pass. Hughes with the bump set. And Fisher swinging from the back row. This time over to Marcy again, but Mineola able to get that ball up. Bouncing around in the rafters. Finley swinging over the top of Macy Fisher's head. Unable to get the ball over the net. So Quitman coming back here in set number 3, making this thing interesting. The ball just out for Mineola. So 10-17 was a 10-point lead or 11-point lead. Now down to 7. Maddie Pence continuing to serve for Quitman. This time Fisher from that back row position, able to cut that ball across court. Diving attempt there by Pence, but unable to get enough of a hand on it to get it up for her team. So Olivia Hughes with a side out now for Mineola. This time, Burrows from the back row, jumping before that 10-foot line, but swinging, cutting it a little too sharply and out for Quitman. So getting into the crucial part of set number 3, Mineola leading by 9. Again, the rafters playing difficulty on the part of Mineola. Casey Parker there with the swing. Mineola able to get the ball up, but it's a little too high, and it gets up in those rafters, and got to play it off the rafters, but difficult to do sometimes. This time just a serve-receive error there by Kinley. Brings that lead down to 7 again. Ashley Davis back serving for the Lady Bulldogs. Set a little behind Finley, unable to get that one over the net. So again, Quitman not going to roll over and just give Mineola this set even. So battling back here, only trailing 6 now. Was an 11-point lead earlier for Mineola. Coach Stevens calls a timeout here to get her team back on track. Mineola has had a track record all season long, having a tough time closing out sets and closing out matches. So Coach Stevens wanting to remind her team to focus here and close this set out. Having led by 11, you see the getting a little too lax there. So 19-14 is a score here in set number 3. Mineola leading by 5. Again, short timeout there from Coach Stevens, just reminding her team to finish this set out to take a 2-1 commanding lead here in this match. So Quitman out of the timeout. Ashley Davis continuing to serve for Quitman. This has awakened the student section here in Quitman. This time Quitman with the point out of the timeout. Now Quitman only trailing by 4, so able to battle back here in set number 3. This time Hughes with a smart tip over the block there in 2, catching Quitman off guard. Gives Mineola their 20th point of this set. Kinley Gary back now for Mineola to serve. Jocelyn Whitehead checks in at the front row. Good short serve there by Mineola. Set out to Parker. Great dig there by Aguirre. This time Whitehead going off the block, but Quitman keeping it alive. Good pass there by Kinley again. This time, line judge calls an in. Chair referee overrules her and out. So Molly Fisher called out there on that swing. So 16-20 is the score here in set number 3. Fisher setting Hughes from the back row. Alexis O'Neill able to get that one up for Quitman. Mineola keeping it alive. Set to Parker. Parker into the net. 4 touches is called against Quitman. Mineola doesn't have necessarily a student section here, but the JV volleyball team is up on the front row of the stands here making some noise for Mineola. Madison Bloodworth now back serving for Mineola. Spears to Burrows this time. Raquel Hughes there with the block, but hands not turned into the court. So Burrows able to use that block and knock it out for Mineola. So 21-17 is the score here. Using a little different look there. Raquel looking as though she's going up to swing, but it's actually set to Hughes in the back row. A little different twist Mineola is trying here in this match. Confusion on the part of Quitman, gets the ball down. So Mineola up 22-17 here in set number 3. Burrows with a good strong attack from the middle there, but Aguirre there for Mineola. This time Whitehead off the block there by Burrows. The ball sneaks over the net and in for Quitman. So what was an 11-point Mineola lead has turned into a tight set 3 here, 22-18. Carly Spears serving for Quitman. Hughes with the pass to Fisher. Fisher to Whitehead. Again, you can see that block creating a timid approach there by Jocelyn. She just dumps it into the net. So the block's playing a big role here for Quitman and Mineola. And then the service areas come back into play here for Quitman. So crucial point here, 23-19. Quitman gives away a free point from the service line. Mineola having that problem all season long, but has done a great job working on their serve and getting them in more consistently. Great serve there by Garcia. Bloodworth with a good pass to Fisher. Fisher setting Hughes from the middle. Ava Burrows with a solo block from the middle there. A 3-point game here in Quitman, Texas. Ballard Gymnasium. Good Tuesday night volleyball action. Fisher with the deep pass to Hughes, just having to get the ball over. Hughes with a good block there of Pence at the net. Davis with a little mistiming there. Set really tight to the net. Leads her into the net, so Mineola will come away with a set point here in set number 3, leading 24-20. Macy Fisher checking in to serve. Cosby Riley checking in for Bloodworth. So set point here for Mineola in set number 3. Good strong attack there by Brooklyn Marcy into the block of Mineola, but hands not pressed across the net, and ball falls into the Mineola side of the court. So Quitman will win back one of those set points. Still 3 more set points here for Mineola. No room for error for the Lady Bulldogs. Ball off the rafters, but Mineola able to get it in this time. Davis over to Marcy again. Marcy flying high. Sends that ball over for Quitman. This time Gracie Finley with a strong attack from that outside position. Swinging well here this match. Wins the set there for Mineola. So big set victory there. Set number 3 win for Mineola. Up 2-1. Only needing one more set victory to seal up this match here. So again, a little history here. Mineola, having lost to Quitman at home 3-0, is now leading here 2-1 at Ballard Gymnasium in Quitman, Texas. So having some success here in Mineola. We've seen a lot of work that Coach Stevens has put into this team over the last couple of weeks. Some new twists here that have helped our team quite a bit here in Quitman. A victory here for Mineola would bring both teams to 3-3 in District 500, and that would result in a 2-way tie for 3rd place in the district. Mount Vernon leading the district 5-0, Harmony coming in at 4-1. Mineola currently at 2-3 with Quitman at 3-2. But again, a Mineola victory here tonight would bring both teams even at 3-3. We'll reset here for set number 4. As in set number 2, Quitman is not going to come out and just hand this one to Mineola. They're going to come out strong with those front row hitters, so Mineola's going to have to come prepared, continuing that strong play at the net. Jocelyn's going to have to overcome some of this mental gameplay herself, having blocked Jocelyn well in set number 3. Jocelyn needing to realize her talent. She was being real smart with the ball, tipping over the block, but Ava Burrows is a difficult block to tip over, so lost some confidence in that tip. But again, Jocelyn needing to trust in herself and swing through those blocks. We'll see from both teams what they bring out here in set number 4. Marcy starting off with an out serve, so not the way Quitman wanting to begin here. That's going to be a crucial part of this game. In the end, those service errors have hurt Quitman quite a bit. Charlotte Kratzmeyer now back serving for Mineola. Outside the Burrows, Greery gets a hand on it, and Mineola keeps it alive. But Burrows continuing to swing there, this time from the middle position, puts it down for Quitman. Ava, very talented senior now for the Quitman Lady Bulldogs, so she will be missed next year, going to the University of Texas in Dallas. Battle at the net there, won by Spears. Low pass there from Aguirre to Fisher, but Fisher able to get low and get that one up for Whitehead. Whitehead building some of that confidence. Great swing there from the right side. Able to get the ball down for Mineola. Tied up 2 apiece here in set number 4. Molly Fisher now back serving for Mineola. High and deep and just barely out. So Mineola giving away a service error there. Carly Spears serving from the middle of the court, left-handed for the Quitman Lady Bulldogs. Ball spinning enough to drift to the right, and Gire unable to move her feet to get underneath that ball. So Quitman up to a 2-point lead here in set number 4. Spears with a good hard serve, but difficulty getting that ball consistently over the net. Dumps another one into the net there. 4-3 is your score. Quitman leading here in set number 4. Chloe Garcia checking in for Mineola. Burrows with another kill here for Quitman. With that side out, Ava back to the line, serving for the Lady Bulldogs. Mineola just able to get that one over in 3. Quitman in the net. There's a little battle at the net there with Davis. Getting that shoulder, that right shoulder into the net, called on that. You're not allowed to go under the net or into the net. It's player safety. They don't want to, lots of turned ankles in volleyball. They don't want anybody hurting themselves, so not able to be in the net or under the net. So Quitman called for being into the net there. Aguirre ties it up there with a short float serve. He's been giving Quitman trouble all night. Sorry, that was Macy Fisher. She did that. She had an ace earlier on that same serve. With a short twisting float serve there. Quitman able to get this one up. This time the chair referee choosing to go with the line judge. So he overruled the line judge earlier, but this time choosing to go with the line judge, calling a tip against Mineola. Mineola crowd not impressed. So Quitman playing off that momentum from controversial call there. Going up to a 2-point lead here, 7-5 in set number 4. Pitts with a short serve of her own, giving Mineola trouble. Mineola trying to get this one over. Gire does just that and scores a point. Parker unable to get her hands underneath that ball. So an unlikely point there from the Lady Jackets. 7-6 is a score here in set number 4, but Hughes gives one back there to Quitman on that service error. Some more miscommunication on the part of Mineola. Fisher able to get the ball up, but Hughes and Finley confused as to whose ball that was from the far sideline. So Quitman take a 3-point lead here in set number 4, but gives a point right back from that service line. See the Mineola JV volleyball team cheering on their varsity teammates. Parker this time over for Quitman. Fisher able to get that one back over for Mineola. Diving attempt there from Riley, but unable to get it up for her teammates. 10-7. Quitman with the 3-point lead here. Trailing 2-1 to Mineola. So needing a set victory here to stay in this match. Hughes swinging from that back row. Top spin roll shot. Mineola keeping it alive. Fisher with an attack from that out of system play. Able to get the ball into the empty spot of this Quitman defense. So Mineola playing smart here tonight. Finding those open holes. Not using necessarily all their power, but just putting that ball where the Quitman defense is not. Madison Bloodworth serving for Mineola. 10-8. Now's the score here in set 4. Casey Parker attack there for the Lady Bulldogs. Ava with a block at the net. This time Ava with a tip of her own right over that Fisher block and down for Quitman. Coach Stevens calling a timeout now for Mineola. Mineola JV volleyball team cheering on their varsity teammates out of this timeout. Trailing by 3 points here in set number 4. Alexis O'Neill back serving for the Lady Bulldogs. Hughes with a bad pass, but Mineola able to recover. Setting Burrows tight to the net again, causing her arm swing to go into the net. Actually called Carly Spears' setter being in the net, so Mineola will win that point. Fisher serving now for Mineola. Again, Ava with her height, just able to dunk that ball back into the court of Mineola. Geary able to get that pass up, but off the rafters again and quickly back into the court. So Quitman will take the biggest lead of the set here, 13-9. Mineola again just passing that ball, not giving themselves a shot on the offensive side, giving too many opportunities to these Quitman hitters. Very similar to set number 2. Can't give opportunities to these Quitman hitters without expecting points in return. So 14-9 here. Mineola needing to regroup here with a good pass, but not able to do so on that side out. So Quitman building a lead here in set number 4. Good pass there from Bloodworth, setting Fisher in the back row. A tight one to the net again, but Quitman able to recover and get it over. Fisher setting Hughes this time in the middle. Good swing there from Jocelyn Whitehead on the outside and down for Mineola. If Mineola can stay in system like that and put pressure on this Quitman defense, Mineola's able to score points at will, keeping these dangerous Quitman hitters off the front row. So side out to Mineola. Garcia serving now. Ashley Davis with the attack there for Quitman. So as soon as you feel a little momentum swinging to one side, Quitman stealing it back here in set number 4. Now quickly out to a 7-point lead. Timeout, Coach Stevens. Quitman student section and team excited for this lead here in set number 4. So a must-win set for Quitman. Quitman coming out strong here with a 7-point lead, leading 17-10. There's a point in the game. Mineola's got to come out of this timeout and answer, chip away at that lead if they're wanting to stay in set number 4 and not force a dangerous set 5 here at home against these Quitman Lady Bulldogs. Mineola and Quitman both come out of the timeout same time. Ava Burrows back serving for Quitman. Quitman leading 17-10 here, set number 4. Mineola having won set 1, 25-23. Quitman comes back in set 2 and wins a decisive 25-15. And Mineola comes out in set number 3, winning 25-21. Now we find ourselves 18-10 here in set 4. Back row attack from Fisher. Bloodworth with a good pass to Fisher. Fisher to Hughes. Hughes swinging from that middle position, but deep and out. So Quitman continuing to build on this lead here. This looks very similar to set number 2. Quitman came out to an 11-point lead in that set and was ultimately able to win. Again, Mineola looking like a different team here. That's how it's been in both of these sets, just each team looking differently in the other team's victory. Mineola looking disorganized and out of sync here in set number 4. Quitman continuing to give away free points at the service line. 22-11 is your score here. If Mineola's going to make a comeback, it's got to happen now. Quitman already in the 20s. Macy Fisher back serving. She's had success with this short float serve here, keeping pressure on the Quitman defense. Good pass there to Sister Miley. Attack off the net there from Marcy. Pence with a good block there of Hughes. Finley swinging but deep. Finley's had a good game here so far, but hits that one deep for Mineola. So 21-11, side out back to the Lady Bulldogs. Maddie Pence now back serving for Quitman. Spears with a good set of Marcy, but Marcy sends that one flat and long for Quitman. Bring up Olivia Hughes to serve for Mineola, but dumps that one in the net. Having a little trouble here tonight. Hughes with her second miscue at that service line. Hard attack there from Burrows. Macy Fisher able to get a hand on it, but too strong and into the net pole. So Quitman now up 23-12 here in set number 4. Mineola continuing to stay out of sync here in set 4, seeing this set slipping away, which is going to bring up an inevitable set 5. First one to 15 wins the match. Set point here for Quitman. Mineola's going to have to battle back 12 points here. No room for error, and Marcy off of that Mineola block and out. Wins the set for Quitman. So Quitman ties it up here with 2 sets apiece with another decisive victory. So when Quitman has won, they have won big in the sets. So Mineola winning, coming out and winning first set 25-23. Quitman winning the second set 25-14. And just like this past set, Mineola just looking a little confused and out of sync, but Mineola bouncing back in the third set, winning 25-21. And Quitman coming out here in set 4, 25-12. So forcing a set 5 here. Not really sure where the momentum lies. We are at the home gym of the Quitman Lady Bulldogs. But if the trend continues, it's Mineola's set to win. It's a short set. First one to 15 wins the match. So it'll definitely depend on which team comes out for either side. Mineola with a strong block in set 1 and 3 puts some pressure on these Quitman front row attacks, but unable to do so in sets 2 and 4. So just depends on if Mineola's able to come out. Service errors has been a big tell of the tape here for Quitman. Quitman's given away quite a few points from that service line. Also, when they're out of sync and not able to get a good pass to their setter, their hitters become ineffective. So it's going to depend here in set 5 which team comes out for either side. Mineola with a strong block, good passes, or Quitman with strong hits from the front row. So everything's even 2 sets apiece. New game here, one game to play. And it's the first 1-15 here will win this match. Typically go to 25, but in set number 5, just to 15, so no room for error on either side. Points coming a lot quicker. Mineola will get the serve first. Both student sections alive and well. Quitman student section having been here all evening. The Mineola JV deciding to create a student section of their own, finding out that these wooden bleachers make a lot of noise when you stomp and bang on them. So both sides creating an exciting volleyball atmosphere here on this Tuesday night in Quitman, Texas. So we'll advance here to set number 5. Tied at 2 sets apiece. Alexis O'Neill, libero, checks in for Quitman. Maddie Pence to the bench. Kinley Aguirre, libero for Mineola, serving here to get us started. Mineola starts off with point number 1. Marcy a little strong on that attack. Gary continuing to serve here for Mineola. O'Neill to Spears. Spears outside to Parker. Parker off the block. Gary with a good pass to Hughes. Jocelyn just choosing to get it over for Mineola. Parker again into the Fisher block, but down for Quitman. So 1-1 here in set number 5. Brooklyn Marcy will be back serving now for Quitman. Overpass there on the part of Mineola gives an easy one to Burrows. So Quitman up 2-1 here in set number 5. Hughes this time with a short pass, but Fisher able to run it down. Set up the middle to Burrows. Able to put that one down easily for Quitman. So Quitman out to a 2-point lead here in set number 5. Brooklyn Marcy, senior for this Lady Bulldog team, continuing to serve. Short serve just barely clears the net. Fisher unable to get the ball up for Mineola, so Quitman out to a 3-point lead here in set number 5. Coach Tashara Stevens calling a timeout, reminding her team this game is only to 15, so points are crucial here in set number 5. Mineola first one back on the court. Looks like Madison Bloodworth is going to check in for Cosby Riley. Bloodworth and Riley both seniors for this Mineola squad. 4-1 out of this timeout. Mineola needing to steal a point back here to stay in this set and in this match. Spears finding that empty spot on the Mineola court. Quickly up to a 4-point lead here, 5-1 in set number 5. Mineola's going to have to buckle down here and score some points, or allow Quitman just to give it back to him at the service line. 5-2 is your score here in set number 5. Audrey Dowdle, Charlotte Kratzmeyer checking in for Mineola. Bloodworth and Fisher checking out. Spears sets Burrows. Mineola blocks, slows it down. So Mineola unable to stay in that point. .62 is the score here in set number 5. Alexis O'Neill serving for Quitman. Good set there of Hughes. Alexa diving, able to keep it alive for Quitman. Spears sends one to the back row, but Aguirre diving keeps it alive for Mineola. And a little roll shot over for Mineola. Scores the point. 6-3 here. You can feel the tension in the building. Both teams needing the victory here. Quitman with the victory solidifies their spot in third place in the district. Mineola in fourth. But a Mineola victory here would create a two-way tie in third place. Ava Burrows with a strong attack there and kill for these Lady Bulldogs. 7-3. Carly Spears serving now for Quitman. Pass off the arm of Kratzmeyer. Quitman over halfway there. 8-3 now. 5-point lead. Bloodworth checking in now for Kratzmeyer on the back row. Aguirre to Fisher. Hughes swinging to the back row, tipped by Alexis O'Neill. Mineola scores her 4th point, staying in this set. Just needing 4 points to tie here. Not wanting this set to get out of hand. This time Finley swinging into the block. Pence there for the block, but going off the top of her hands, falling down for Mineola. So Mineola chipping again into this lead, having trailed 5 points earlier, now down to 3. Chloe Garcia serving for Mineola. Hughes this time off the block. Burrows again, just able to dunk the ball down into the Mineola side of the court. 9-5 now is the score for Quitman. Burrows back serving now. So replaying the point, looks like both teams were under the net. So we'll replay point. 9-5 here. Ava Burrows getting to reserve here for Quitman. This time with a low serve, Aguirre unable to keep that one up for Mineola. So Quitman first one to 10. Coach Tashara Stevens calling a timeout. Down 5 once again here in set number 5. Only needing 5 more points for the match victory here is the Quitman Bulldogs. So Coach Ashley Lingo reminding her team, stay focused here. We tied at 2 sets apiece. Been an exciting game here, exciting atmosphere. Great Tuesday night volleyball. Crosstown, or not crosstown, but Highway 37 rivals here, so we knew it would be an exciting game to begin with. Quitman winning in 3 straight sets at home against Mineola, but Mineola, having a depleted team, losing some of their key players early in the season, has battled here in this matchup, forcing this game 5. This time Burrows, with the help of the net, sneaks one over for Mineola, so everything kind of falling into place here for Quitman here in set number 5. Another low serve, this time not in the favor of Burrows and the Lady Bulldogs. Dumping it into the net now. Mineola getting the point, 11-6 here, trailing by 5. In a short set to 15, Mineola needing to battle back here pretty quick to stay in this set. Overpass there on the part of the Lady Bulldogs to give Mineola their 7th point of the set. Macy's serve has given them trouble all game long. Just a short float serve. Quitman's been unable to return that very well. This time, Marcy into the net. Ball didn't clear the net. So 4 hits on the part of the Bulldogs. Mineola quickly steals back 2 points here, so now only trailing 11 to 8, only trailing by 3 here. Actually, Lingo needing a timeout to settle her team down. Marcy off the block, but Finley diving to cover that ball, unable to do so for Mineola, so out of the timeout. Quitman extends their lead to 4. Maddie Pence now back serving for Quitman. Fisher with a bad pass. He's struggling to keep it up, but not able to get that ball over for Mineola, so now Quitman with a decisive 13-8 lead here. Pence takes a deep breath as she serves the ball here for Quitman. Fisher somehow able to sneak that one through the rafters and onto the Quitman side. Parker hitting it out for the Lady Bulldogs. So Mineola staying alive here in set number 5. Hughes back serving for Mineola. Hughes continuing to have trouble at the service line. 3rd service error of the night. Worst time in the evening to have that service error here down. Sorry, I put the point on the wrong side. So match point now for Quitman. Absolutely no room for error now for the Lady Jackets. This ball out, so Mineola surviving 1 match point, needing to bring back 4 more here to stay in this set and stay in this match. Kinley Aguirre back serving now for Mineola. A very consistent server there for Mineola. Carly with another tight set to the net. But Cosby puts her hand on the ball and out for Mineola, so that will be a 5th set victory for the Quitman Lady Bulldogs. So Quitman will sneak out here with a win tonight. So Quitman solidifies their spot at 4-2 now in the district for 3rd place, and it sends Mineola down to 4th place in the district. So pretty sure Mineola still we have to go through the district once again. So barring any huge mistakes against Winona and Chapel Hill, Mineola having to win those 2 matches, but doing so will solidify Mineola a spot in the playoffs. So top 4 teams make the playoffs. Mount Vernon leading the district at 5-0, Harmony coming at 4-1, and now Quitman at 4-2, and Mineola now at 2-4. Round out the district standings so far this season. So great matchup here between Mineola and Quitman. Last time these two will see each other unless it's further into the playoffs. So Mineola will pick up again this Friday. And then finally again, we'll be back with you next Tuesday as Mineola continues district play. So stay with us. This is Chad Parrish with Creative Edge Media bringing you this live broadcast. We'll be at Pottsboro on Friday. So we'll be traveling to Pottsboro on Friday for that game. A big game again for the Yellow Jackets, wanting to rebound from their loss to the Mount Vernon Tigers at home, wanting to revenge that loss against the Pottsboro Cardinals. So we'll be making the long drive over there to Pottsboro. So if you're not able to make it, tune in with us. We'll be on Facebook and YouTube. So we'd like to have you join us on Friday evening as we cheer on the Lady Jackets. So thanks again for joining us with this broadcast. Quitman Bulldogs with the victory over the Mineola Lady Jackets here in Ballard Gymnasium. This is Chad Parrish with Creative Edge signing off. We'll see you on Friday.